It's 6 minutes after 11. No apologies from me for staying on the theme that we have been talking about all morning, although I'm going to shift the focus a little bit. Before that, stories that you look at and think, am I missing something here? Part 572. This is a headline from the Times today. Boris Johnson sets out to defend record on farewell tour. It's dated today, Tuesday, August the 30th, 2022. It's at a time when, as we've just established, up to 70% of British pubs may not get through the winter unless help is provided urgently on energy bills. Hospitals are wondering how the hell they're going to stay open. Hospital managers are wondering how the hell they're going to even stay open. Care homes facing increases that I still naive. When you know that it's not a mistake, but you can't let go of the hope that it is a mistake. There must be a German word for that, wasn't there? I'm looking at these figures from Care England, and I'm thinking, oh no, you must have made a mistake, or the journalist that's written it up must have made a mistake. I know that they haven't made a mistake. Is this cognitive dissonance? It's not, is it? I don't know what it is. It must be what it feels like to support Brexit, actually. In a way, you're just looking at the facts and you're just clinging to the hope that there's some terrible mistake because the alternative is horrible, except nobody voted, of course, for care providers to be facing a 683% increase in energy costs already, with God knows how much more on the horizon. You've got schools facing actual closure, warnings coming in from Justine Greening, who may have been in the same cabinet as Boris Johnson at one point. If not, no, certainly in the same Tory high command when she was in Cameron's cabinet and he was Mayor of London. Kenneth Baker, who I think was Education Secretary under Margaret Thatcher. They're warning that schools may actually close. And the man who is Prime Minister for at least another week, what's he up to? He's gone on a farewell tour to defend his legacy. He doesn't have a legacy. His legacy is in graveyards up and down this country. His legacy is in the fact that Liz Truss doesn't have to do interviews anymore on her march towards Downing Street. His legacy is a complete breaking of the bond of trust between politics and people. His legacy is the unlawful prorogation of Parliament. His legacy is the misleading of the Queen, the promotion of Jacob Rees-Mogg, who insults the dead of Grenfell, the promotion of Nadine Dorries, who insults the intelligence of amoeba. His legacy. And that's what he's up to anyway, in case you were wondering. He's taken a break from his holidays to go on a farewell tour. Who does he think he is? Elton John? It's incredible. We didn't even mention Warmbanks. So the Times newspaper, not the Morning Star or the lefty Bugle, the Times newspaper reports today on Warmbank, something we touched on this programme, with, again, a sense of incredulity, a little bit like the feeling I have looking at the care home figures today. When we first heard of the care homes, there's a touch of incredulity because of the way I'm built and the way I was raised and my family and professional background, that it's sort of clinging to the hope that it may not be true, that becomes impossible after it's appeared in a newspaper of note. In this case, the Times. And I don't want to talk about the politics of it anymore. The politics of it will be part of the conversation. But I want to talk about this as if we were just friends, if that's all right with you. Because I'm professionally cross, you may have noticed. Not all the time, goodness knows we have some fun together. But I have a sense of ever-increasing horror at what has been done to this country, and to a lesser extent America, since the truth was broken, since alternative facts were offered up by extremely senior government officials, since the most powerful man in the free world lied through his teeth about an election result and continues to do so with the connivance of people who know that he's lying, but who prioritise personal ambition above decency, integrity, honesty, objectivity, and reality. And we have our own little pound shop version here in Britain as a consequence of Boris Johnson's elevation. And, of course, of Brexit. So I look at this stuff with a sense of horror. And I know that some of it would still be happening if we hadn't voted to become the only country in the history of countries to impose economic sanctions on ourselves, and we hadn't put a proven cheat, liar, and now lawbreaker into number 10 Downing Street. Some of it would still be happening. Ukraine would still have been invaded, I think, although Trump's contribution to international politics may have accelerated or increased that likelihood. We'll never know. So Ukraine would still have been invaded. Energy costs would therefore still be rock. Some of this would still have happened, but a hell of a lot of it wouldn't. And everything that's bad would not be nearly as bad.